Hey guys, and welcome to my Superflat Forever World. As you may know, this kind of world is pretty much dirt and some village, but if you start the world before 1.17 and then update it to 1.21, you can have pretty much all structures spawning. So I've done that, and I think this world is going to be filled with flavor. Every time I start a world like this, I have some plans in mind, and for that, I have a list of milestones that I'm going to be completing in this video to achieve the plan that I have in mind. For the first of these plants, I need a ton of wood, so I'm gonna be dismantling a little bit this town and maybe planting some trees to acquire enough wood to make this zone a little bit safer. Here in the screen you can see the milestones, and as you can see are increasingly harder. And the first ones are to make this village a safe place to be for me and for the villagers, because the villagers are one of the most valuable resources, not only in the start of the game, but also in, I think, the whole playthrough. When we have like hundreds of hours, they're still gonna be one of the most valuable resources. And as you can see, there's a mysterious one that we will reveal in the future, but I think it's a good thing to have it mysterious right now. The first step of creating this safe zone, I think, is going quite well. I've used almost all the eggs, as you can see, lowering the hotbar. It's a great investment to use the first iron in this kind of stuff because it's I think that farther down the line we're going to be able to mass produce it. I think maybe in this episode, I think it's one of the milestones. So it's one of the things that we're heading to, and just placing these fences is not only making the villagers not able to escape the village, that is a good thing, but also avoiding zombies this night to kill all of our villagers. That's the most important thing that we're trying to get done today. The step two for this process is to check which of these areas are available for slimes to spawn, that are called slime chunks, and with a shovel convert all of these into path blocks for them not be able to spawn. So I have to search all of that. I think the slime over here died, so I think we should start with that. Let's see if I can create an iron shovel and start with that process. I have a little bit of a trick on here that it's the mini hut, that if I do this I can see which ones are slime chunks. So with this little bit of hut I can start path converting all of these blocks for these to be perfectly safe, not only for the villagers but for me too, and these shall be completely spawn proofed. Everything's now spawn proofed. I converted everything to path blocks, and I place a little bit of torches to avoid some hostile mobs to spawn inside the perimeter while it's night. And I think every single block inside this perimeter is absolutely spawn proofed. Every single block, it's at least at the light level that it should be. That in this version is at least one. Before it was 8. That was crazy, I think. Now you have just to be a little bit of light, just one from 14 levels that you can have of light. And I think that should be first milestone achieved. So the next step is to get some reliable food sources, and for that I think I need to expand my perimeter. And for that I'm going to, instead of doing this kind of L shape, I'm going to do a big square to have a little bit of farms, corpse, maybe some animals. Perimeter created, and for now I think I'm going to leave the slime chunks from there. And later in the night, I'm going to convert all of this area that it's slime chunks into farmland, and with that should be spawn proofed. But for that, I need to use some of the iron that I have into water buckets and take water from here maybe. I'm using this nighttime where the hostile mobs spawn outside the perimeter in the dark areas because, as you know, there's a mob cap, and if there's mobs outside our perimeter there's no slimes spawning inside. So I'm going to convert all of these to farmlands and then start planting some crops. But for now I think I'm only have access to seeds, normal seeds to do wheat. So I think maybe I have to explore some other village to try and find some carrots, maybe potatoes. Before going to another village, I'm gonna take these cows inside my pen and maybe create a specific little pen for them. And I think that with this amount of cows, I can start a little bit of farm. And also, it's moment for me just when I left these cows inside, just go for another village and try and find some crops. That is what we're lucky for the second milestone. Slimes hit so hard. This is just like two hits, and when you're like on one, they are easy to be handled. But when you're like surrounded around them, it's so hard to be with them because they hit hard as fuck. Here I have another village, and as I said at the start, with generating the world prior 1.17, I think it's 1.16 or lower, you can have all the structures spawning, and I think that's a trial chamber. Right now, I think I'm not ready for it, but maybe in the near future, I can get there and rate it and see what resources I can get. Here I have some, yeah, some seeds and some carrots that are great. Also beetroot seeds. I think this is all of the crops that you can get from a farm. The other important thing that I'm looking for right now are horses because that's the quickest way I have transportation right now. And I want to have some of them because, well, some, just one. I just have one saddle and I don't have any leases. So let's see if I can find some. And oh, just like that, they have spawned right there. It looks like it's scripted, but it's not. I'm going to take one of those and get back home. Finally, arriving home after all of this adventure with my horse and all of the seeds, all of the carrots, and all of the potatoes that I ever need. Well, not, but I can plant them and have more. And I think that now that I have more carrots, this will be the fuel for my villager breeder. I'm gonna plant here all the carrots to have a little bit more of them and maybe start building the villager breeder because it's a, well, not a big construction, but it's a construction that I have to do. Maybe I can put it here in the center of the village in my perimeter and move the villagers inside. First step to create a villager breeder like this is just to place a field like this one, involved with blocks for the villagers not to escape, and then a little fall with these trapdoors. The second step is to lure some villagers inside because you need some farmers to actually grow the crops in the land. And for that, I take out all the beds, and I think this should be able to lure the villagers inside. As you can see here, just with two of them, we can start the villager breeder. And with that, the villager breeder is working. It's as easy as that. As you can see, some hearts around here. Well, maybe this first one is not going to happen because some particles are not great. Maybe I have to rearrange those beds, but as this, we can say that the second milestone is also completed. I think it's time for me to start thinking on the next step that should be an iron farm. And for that, I'm going to be moving a little bit of villagers. So I think I'm going to go back in that direction that I think I have some mineshaft and I can take some cheap rails that at the moment are a little bit expensive for me. I've started creating this iron farm and it's the most basic one. Just an easy 3 villagers with some beds, with some working stations, and a zombie that scares them to create the iron golem. It's important to spawn proof around and don't let the iron golem to spawn around. And with this, it should be done. So I have to gather now, create a killing chamber, gather the zombie and bring it in. And as you can see, this first try that it's looking promising, it doesn't because there's a villager that gets inside. I try to kill him with lava to not getting the others mad and start breaking everything. So I had to retry. I've catched this one and I gave him a fence for him not to despawn. And I think that if I jump around here, he must follow me and he must fall there. And now I just have to break these blocks to allow the villagers to see the zombie. And with that, this should be working. And there it is. There's an iron golem spawning right there. Perfect. So now you just have to do a little collection system. And I think we're going pretty good because there's another milestone completed. I mean, I've been here in the iron farm for a little bit, well, a little bit more than a little bit, and I have this villager trading setup for a little bit that is going to allow me to get some diamond gear. If I keep trading with them, they should raise up a level. Let's see if this guy is starting. Yes, like you see here, I can start getting this diamond gear. This is a very good axe. And with this, I think I'm gonna be going to the nether and getting all the diamond year, that was one of our challenges. I think I just improved this, guys. You can see the particles to give me the first two diamond setup pieces. Oh, both with protection too. This is awesome. I just purchased my first two pieces of diamond armor, and I'm going to leave them right there until I have every piece of gear. And I think I'm going to place a chest with the rest of the tools, and let's see how much it takes for me to get every single diamond gear that we want. Now that we have the full set, I think it's moment for us to equip all of it. I place it with the emeralds in this like little pattern, and with this we have a full diamond setup. And I think it's moment for us to take these ores, take a little bit of iron buckets like this. Well, we will need some more because we're going to collect at least 10 of lava to create a nether portal and go to the nether right now. I think I might be the luckiest person alive. I just started exploring, and as you can see there, I have a nether ruined portal, and I think that with that I can get enough obsidian and enough lava for a while and go into the nether just as quick as starting exploring and getting in. And I think I just have made another great finding, and it's that villager outpost. And that'll be great in the future because we will need villagers to improve our iron farm because they are, well, we will see why, but they are great for that kind of purpose. I think here, yes, like in this kind of square that I'm making, it's a great place for me to place a. I'm going to take a few blocks because it's important for us to have some blocks once we get into the nether. I also have one obsidian spare, and with this we are going to the nether. Hey, obviously the nether has the quality that it's not super flat, it's just like normal nether. Wait. Okay, we're safe. The nether is just normal nether, so I think we won't be playing too much in nether because the fun of this world is that it's super flat. But it's quite useful to get a lot of stuff like netherite and oh, a bastion just here. A bastion. This is crazy. I'm having too much lag. I'm having too much lag. I think I do not deserve this lag. It's crazy. I'm gonna kill some of these guys. Perfect. And I think I should try and go into the bastion. I don't want to die, but it's a great place to be in. Oh, this guy. Okay, die, please. I want you to die. Perfect. I'm gonna look in the bastion and maybe do like a little edit of what I found. I think these bastions are one of the harder structures in the game, mainly because these guys, the brutes, because they hit hard. As you can see, I'm full diamond and each hit is 4 hearts. But if you play well and a little bit suspicious like I'm doing right now, you can kill them easily and just loot the gold and also the chest, because the chest in these structures can get very good loot, for example ancient debris or even netherite ingots. I've not found one in this run, but I think you can find them. And the disc, but also the netherite upgrade that is necessary to create the netherite pieces. And as you can see here, it's the moment for me, I think, to tell you what's the mysterious milestone, and it's obviously to kill the Endgame Dragon. That it's the only task to end Minecraft that we can do in this episode. So now we're in the Nether, so we can just look for a Nether fortress and maybe kill some blazes and also get some Ender pearls. There are few gold blocks left that I think I will collect in the future, but for now I think it's the moment for us to try and find a nether fortress because I think that's the next step. And I don't know where to go, maybe that direction. Well, I think, well, Let's go and kill this guy. Let's see if we can get the music disc. This is a new thing. Perfect. We now have this music disc, and let's see if we can go. Let's see if we can go to another Nether fortress. Well, to our first Nether fortress. I found a fortress around here. It's not that far. And the good thing is there are two spawners really close that it's going to be useful in the future. Now, I think it's going to be a little bit dangerous. I almost died. I'm trying to create a little like capsule around the first of the. Oh, I'm going to die. Okay. Let's kill these guys and then close this area. I've got 12 of these base rods, and I think it's the moment for me to get back home, or at least to get out of this fortress, because my work here is done, at least for now, and I have a little bit of a long path towards home, and let's see. Oh my god. That's an army. That's a little army of places that have been spawning in the other spawner, and I didn't kill them. It had spawned a literal army of them. I'm gonna go out as quick as possible. I was in my way to get the Ender Pearls, but I've seen this Wandering Trader, and the Wandering Traders are a very important mob in this world because it's the only way to get the different types of wood. So let's trade a little bit with these villagers and go with the emeralds to see if this guy has any kind of sapling. Let's see what he has. Okay, he has acacia saplings. I'm gonna buy 4 of them. Well, I'm gonna buy as much as I can. Okay, 8. And let's see if he has any other sapling. Yes, just birch sapling. So we have now 2 new types of wood. The white tulips, I don't think I'm gonna buy them. And with these 2 new types of wood, I think we have a good variety. We have 3 types, and I think I'm gonna be using the acacia to build the starter base. And with this, I think there's only gathering ender pearls left to do before killing the ender dragon. I found the wrong kind of forest. This is the red one, and we're looking for the blue one. But sometimes they are close together, so I think I'm gonna bridge to the other side of this lava lake, and I hope, like around here, I found a blue one. I found the warp forest, as I've said, is pretty close to the crimson one, and I have to be careful because those guys with the crossbows can throw me off the bridge, and that should be a big problem because I will lose everything. Dying is not a problem, but dying in lava is always a problem. So let's see if I can kill all of these guys quickly. First kill, second one, and third. Okay, now perfect. I can deal with the endermans. That is what we have came for. First one here. Let's get them quickly. And no pearl. But with those, I think it should be quick for us to get it. Also, hot tourist destination. Great advancement. I have been walking a little bit to get to here. So it's quite obvious that I was going to get it. Perfect. Back at the portal, I have 16 ender pearls, and I think that's enough. Mostly because in this kind of world, you just have to throw one ender eye and just go in the same direction until you see the stronghold. So let's do that with the blade rolls. Craft the 16 ender eyes of ender, and I have here a stack of arrows. I can create a bow with these 3 strings. Well, I take 4. I doesn't know how to count. Take these 3, make the bow, and with this, I think we should be ready to kill the dragon. Maybe I have to take some water instead of the lava, because I will maybe need some water to do some water clutch. But with this, we should have enough. I think I have a little bit of iron here. Maybe I can get a little bit better sword, but I think it's not a priority. Let's see if we can see where we have to go. Okay, that's the direction. I'm going to take my brown horse. Oh, I've lost the first and right. Okay, it's that direction. Let me check. Perfect. And with this, we're going to head straight to the stronghold, and maybe maybe in a few moments, kill the dragon. I'm gonna throw another in the right. Okay, I'm going fine. Oh, I've lost another. Oh, there's the stronghold. Great, nice, 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 nice. Because I was losing some of these enderies, and that's not the best thing to be losing. And as it's a super flat, we should be able to find the portal quite easily. That's the room that we're looking for. Maybe later we can loot the libraries, but right now we're going to get up through this fountain. It's quite hard to get into one of these with this distribution of blocks. Okay, only one. It's not a good sign to have that little anyways, but this is light up. I'm gonna break this one because you don't need that spawner for anything. Let's see. Jump in. Oh, it's a closed room portal. Closed portal room. And two. I'm counting the ones that are closed. That are the ones that are harder to break. Okay, only two. So let's try not look any of those guys and break all of these end crystals. Oh, I've missed. Well, I'm a little bit better. Let's try not to look to any Enderman. That was crazy. To from here, dragon easily. Perfect, perfect. Hey, don't shoot at me. Take aim achievement against the dragon is a little bit crazy. In my opinion, it's a little bit crazy. Let's try and get some good hits now in the head and maybe in the neck. That he's in the portal and I can get closer and maybe try not to get flying. Well, the water clutch was necessary there, but it was a little bit quick thing to do, and I didn't have everything with me. I think I was going to die, but I didn't. 30 arrows left, and I think this should be an easy win. Get closer another time, maybe give some hits. Maybe this is the last. Oh, water clutch. Okay, perfect, perfect. I think there's an Enderman going after me, and I don't think that's a great idea. Maybe I can try him. Oof, one heart. This is a little bit close. This is a little bit close. Take the water. Okay, perfect. It's getting a little bit crazy. I wasn't looking to the dragon. I don't know what to say. I hope my stuff still's there. And I didn't place the bed. Oh, in the stronghold. I have to get back to there. Okay, perfect. Everything's here. I thought that when I was flying, maybe all my stuff went flying too, but this was not the case. So start equipping all the stuff. And let's see if now we can do it right. I don't have that many arrows now, so let's try and not to miss most of them and get a few hits like those. It should be done. If I play it safe, this should be it. Perfect. Okay, nice. Nice, 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 nice. If you do it right, it's not that easy. I swear. I swear it's not that hard. It's not that hard. Let's take all the XP. I think I'm going to lose it. So when I get back home, I think I'm going to buy some pickaxes to be using them and mixing them to create a better one. Let's break the egg. Yes, place this bottom slab. Now it should break. Perfect. Next generation. Jump in. I think I should appear. Let's skip the credits. I should appear here. Perfect. And I have both my horses here. I'm going to bring them home because later maybe I forget. And it's time for us to start thinking if we want to get into the end, do the end stuff, or prior that I want to finish some things in the base before starting, or maybe in the overworld. Maybe we can do a trial chamber or something like that before doing all the end stuff and getting the sulkers, the lytra, and that stuff. I was going to finish the video right now. I've been AFKing to get some resources for the next one, but there's a wandering trader right there. Let's see if I can get some emeralds. Well, these guys are closed. Every single one of them. Okay, all of them are blocked, but I have 12 emeralds. Let's see if you have anything of interest that I think this is very interesting. I'm gonna buy two of those. This is very interesting. I don't know if there's any other way. I can now create more. I'm gonna take a Lily of the Valley because you never know. I'm gonna get the Pale Moss. I don't know why, but I'm gonna get it. Some lily pads. No, the lily pads I can fish them. So these are our final purchase. And with this, I think this is all for today's episode. I think we can now check everything in our to-do list. That will be wonderful. We have completed everything that we put our mind on. So I think this is a pretty good start for a Forever World. In the next episode, I think we're going to start making all of this a little bit prettier. I've been gathering some resources, as you may see on there. So this is it for today. I hope you enjoyed. Keep connected for the next episode and subscribe. Leave a comment. It's been a while since I've uploaded an episode, any kind of video. So I'm quite happy to be back in here now that some time has passed. I have a little bit of time to do this kind of stuff. So that's it. Subscribe, leave a comment, and see you in the next adventure. Bye.